Well, it's 1:30. So welcome to the Engage Live, Jeanne Kuhns live concert for the Niles, Maine Public Library. And if I could, I would have driven down there and done a live concert for you in the flesh. But because of COVID-19, we can't do that right now. So it's a wonderful honor to be able to at least do this. And actually, the gas mileage is better. So today I will be singing for you all original material. So if you don't know me, you won't know the songs until you've heard them, and then you'll know them. I have a website, jeannekuhns.net, and you can find out where to find my CDs. I actually have a little store on there. Whoever thought I'd have a store online, huh? I grew up in the Chicago area in Prospect Heights and went to Hersey High School, and then ended up living all over the country, wandering around Montana, California, Iowa, where else? Minnesota. And then I ended up back here in Door County, where I loved coming when I was a little girl. So I'm up in Door County, Wisconsin today. I'm in Sturgeon Bay in my studio where I do my painting. And so this is a bunch of paintings stacked behind me in no particular order. So I'm going to start with a song that I wrote for my granddaughter. It's especially hard for my little tree in winter, without her green sweater that gleams like glitter, wearing branches like a crown, or a flag or a tower. It depends on the time, it depends on the hour. A mystery of trees on Forget-Me-Not Hill, gilded silhouettes when the honeyed light spills, roots stretching down like the hands of a mother, always just in time, always longing for each other, longing for each other. Step into the wind, feel the pull, the spin of the great begin. Just a lonely dancer on the windswept downs, unsteady in her toe shoes, keeps her planted on the ground. In her emerald sweater, she's an orphanage of words, hanging out on branches where she knows she's heard, singing songs of birds. Step into the wind, feel the pull, the spin of the great begin. Step into the wind, feel the pull, the spin wait, begin, begin. Begin. That's called Begin. And I wrote that for my granddaughter, who has a little bit difficulty connecting sometimes. I just made a music video about a month ago, and so this song is called Edge of the World, and you can find it on my YouTube channel, Jeanne Kuhns YouTube channel. It's called Edge of the World, and I wrote it in collaboration with several people. The idea came from a Jenny Beneman haiku. She's a wonderful singer-songwriter in Chicago, and she also writes haikus and has books and stuff like that. And so she had a project where she had, I think about 20 of us singer-songwriters each pick a haiku and write a song to it. And then the idea was to work with other musicians, so I got my friend Eric Lewis involved, who's a phenomenal finger picker style guitarist. He plays anything with strings on it. He's down in Memphis. And then I got this lovely woman from Belgium across the pond to do the video editing. And then I took the video myself. Being COVID and all, we were all separate, but the video came together because we were working together online. It was a pretty magical thing, if you ask me. So this is called Edge of the World. Every morning let me start that over. Every morning I fall in love with the sun as she stretches her feathers of fire. A phoenix rising into a sphere, she'll leap up to the heavens from here, from the edge of the world, the edge of the world, the edge of the world. Each day a sensational portrait of light, giving courage to fight the good fight. The days grow longer and shorter like breath, never knowing how many are left. From the edge of the world, the edge of the world, the edge of the world. She doesn't stay in one place for too long on her fantastical flight from the dawn to the night. She knows she'll rise as night reaches its end, so she lays down her fire in the arms of a friend at the edge of the world. day fades as she descends in an arc, trading embers of this day's spark. A farewell show of golden and rose, day nestling her head into sunset's arms. At the edge of the world, in the dark, at the edge of the world, where the night times unfurls, at the edge of the world, at the edge of the world, where the night shines like pearls, at the edge of the world. In the dark, edge of the world. She writes haikus and takes photos, and the photo of that was just a beautiful sunset. And Door County is famous for sunsets, so that resonated with me. So I went out and shot a lot of footage of the sun going down and the sun through the trees and the journey of the sun starting over on the lakeside of our peninsula and going across to the bayside. So the journey of the sun in Door County is on my little video. Yeah. If any of you don't know where Door County is, if you look at Wisconsin and there's a little projection here, a little thumb, that's Door County. We're a little peninsula surrounded on water by three sides. It's very busy here in the summer usually because we have lots of tourists, and then in the winter it's pretty quiet. Good time for artists to paint and singer-songwriters to write songs. And usually that's when I go wandering down to Chicago or to other places to sing because it's pretty quiet up here in the winter. So I hope some of you have been to Door County. It looks like this is working, so I'm assuming it is. So half the sky is scattered stars and half tornado gray, gray. And I am walking a tightrope wire between the two. I'm caught in some cosmic hourglass, spinning so fast I'm blind, blind, blind. A breath between before and aft, about to sweep the line, line, line. The indigo blue is clear and true, and storm clouds are piled up high, high, high. And we slip between those peaceful dreams and howling at the moon. Shapeshifter weather, let's rain dance together. Thunder is keeping the time, time, time. Pulled apart, yet brought back together with all those invisible lines, lines, lines. travel queen. Oh, I want to see where we'll arrive. Speeding so fast, the stars streak by, ever landing the light. Oh, well, it's easy to see the city lights reflected on low-hanging clouds. And I could easily lose my way, so I hum a little song. Sonic rivers dance around like headlights in the pouring rain. Send your desire higher and higher, speeding in the passing lane. Come along, I'm a time travel queen. Oh, I want to see where we'll arrive. Speeding so fast, the stars streak by, silver rivers of light. Oh. That song is called Tightrope. Some people like to know what the songs are written about, and some people don't. They like to just make up their own interpretation, which is fine either way. I took a class in high school once, and we all got in a big argument with the teacher because he said it doesn't matter what the songwriter meant when they wrote the song. It just matters what it means to you. But sometimes it's fun to tell you a little bit about how I wrote the song and why. And most of my songs are centered here where I live, or places where I've gone and had experiences. But that song I wrote after I lived in a cheese factory, an old cheese factory building out in the middle of a cornfield for a number of years. It was really a cool place. It had been rehabbed into a house, you know. It had started out as a cheese factory, and then it had become a bar and a brothel back in the days of the lumberjacks up here and the shipyards, which are still here. And then it became a photography studio, and then I bought it and turned it into an art gallery. And it was on a corner in the middle of nowhere, but at bar close, we'd get a lot of cars coming the back roadways to stay off the main highways, so I had to be careful. But when I'd get home from gigs late at night, I liked to go for walks down the road, just with the stars overhead and hearing the coyotes singing, and I would walk on the center line, and that was my tightrope. And one night when I was doing that, there was this amazing vision of, the sky was, half of it was like all cloudy and dark and stormy, and then the other half was all starlight. So kind of a yin and yang in the sky. It was cool. This song is called Isabel. True story. All my songs are true stories with a little poetic license thrown in now and then. Isabel was an artist up here for many, many years. She had a gallery on Highway 42 with a big sign that just said Isabel. And she taught art in Green Bay, and then she came up here and had a summer gallery. Isabel taught fine art at the grade schools of Green Bay, opening creative minds with paper, paint, and clay. And in the summer she would travel to France, Greece, or Nepal. Then she'd paint through her heartstrings all the things she saw. Isabel grew gardens full of colors from her paint box, roses and forget-me-nots and lilacs, pinks and purple phlox. She painted mothers holding babies, though she had none of her own. Just a cat of gray and white to share her home, her home. Isabel paints the things she misses, like braided rugs and mother's kisses, coloring the days as life goes on, as life goes on. She says she can't go home to scented evenings on the back porch, where the sun prepares to slumber and the nighthawks cry. So we take rides on Wednesday afternoons, lacy forest, ribbon meadows, and she draws a map and she finds her way. Isabel paints the things she misses. She's kept her heart in longings and good wishes, color in the days as life goes on, as life goes on. Isabel paints the thing she misses. That's the story of Isabel. As she was getting older, she couldn't stay in her place anymore, and she stayed in a nursing home. And then I would go pick her up a couple days a week and bring her back to the gallery for the day. And that's when she told me the story of her life and went through boxes of photographs with me. And she really liked spending the day at her home, and then she'd go back to the nursing home at night. But I wrote this song for her, and she really liked the song. She used to sing along with it, and she had a really nice voice, for sure. I think I'll do this song since winter's coming. The thing I like about winter is that there's all these things hidden underground waiting to erupt in the spring. So it's a hopeful time. It maybe looks a little desolate sometimes in its beautiful, stark white and blue way. But underneath the ground are all these things happening, waiting to come up in the spring. This is called Winter Garden. Deep down in the ground, in the ground, in the cold, cold ground. Deep down where the sun will never be found, and the wind may howl in the vastness above, where there's no more heat and only frozen love. But curled in the seeds are flowers asleep. The earth knows the melody that they all dream. In a winter garden, deep down in the ground where the cold bones ache. You can feel stone shift when a broken heart breaks. And we don't weep in the air, tears turn to diamonds up there. And the pain sinks down where the dreams go to ground. But this is the time to replace what's been taken. The hush and the weight of the lives at stake. In a winter garden, slow, slow, let your worries go. Sleep in the dark of a long night. Slow, slow, let your worries sleep. Deep in the dark of the deep, of the deep. Deep down in the ground, hope is wrapped up snug. Cocooned with the crocus and the lilies and the snakes and the bugs. where the magic waits for spring stories to break. And though the trees look so bare, there's so much happening there. Blankets of leaves hide sweet life that's humming. The canopy calls and sweet rivers start running in a winter garden. In a winter garden, in a winter garden, yeah. In a winter garden. That's Winter Garden. So let me just take a look here. I was hoping I'd be able to see some comments, but maybe I forgot to turn the comments on, or maybe if I say hello, does that work? Because you're welcome to talk to me if that part of this is working. So, you know, for an old lady like me to learn all these technical things has been interesting. So, oh my gosh. This song I wrote, I went to Ireland, and we stayed at a bed and breakfast, and the fellow that owned the bed and breakfast was a farmer, but also a stone wall builder. And believe me, there's a lot of stone walls in Ireland. And he took us over on the ferry boat to the island of Inisheer, where they were having a stone wall building convention. How cool is that? It was a rainy, foggy day, and we just we got over to the island, and he found a friend who had a car, and he drove us around all over the island, which had no trees on it, which is why every wall, every building, everything was made out of stone, little stones put together, stone walls. And I guess they have different kinds of stone walls that mean different, you know, the order of the stones mean different things. So the one I'm singing about was the one that they were building for the convention that day. So this is called Inisheer. Michal loves the island, loves the soul of the sea. His heart is in the stonework, every wall a symphony. I watch the salty wind weather his face, leaving on a ferry boat, though distance won't erase. His eyes look back from where we came, memorizing every line. He sings her name, he sings her name in a sheer, in a sheer. See the limestone mothers with their limestone hands, anchored in the earth upon the island sand. And all the children stand between, safely beneath their father's dreams. It is the working of the land, using what the earth provides, working with their hands, working with their hands in a shear, in a shear. Teach your children, build your stone walls strong and high, a strong foundation, but reaching for the sky, reaching for the sky. The limestone bones are gray and full of dreams, embracing hearts in squares of emerald green. Miles and miles of walls and stony patterns, moving through the landscape that breathes but never tatters. And while the ocean is fierce and strong, she sings to Inisheer a million songs, a million songs in a sheer, in a sheer, in a sheer. The Song of the Island, Inisheer and Mihal, which was the Irish rendition of Michael, they told me. Quick tune-up. Make sure all is not flat or too sharp. Oh, things are a little flat today. There we go. My brother said, why don't you write a song about what it's going to be like in 100 years? So I was thinking about that, and I wrote this song called Veils. What do you think of the space between dreams and reality? Blue shadows wander your face, an expanse of rough seas, always fighting the tide, a rising conscious insanity, gazing through veils of defiance, imagining worlds of peace, imagining worlds of peace. Oh, what does it look like from there? A mirage of a dream, upside down in the air. deep as an ancient ravine. A feather caught in the wind becomes a boat on the stream, gazing through veils of strange weather, imagining worlds of peace, imagining worlds. You see what you want, what you want, what you want to see. You want what you think, what you think, what you think it could be. You try to forgive, to forgive, to forgive all this tragedy, while pieces of our hearts drift off. Oh. Imagining worlds of peace, imagining worlds of peace. What do you think of the space between what isn't and what could be? Where do you think we will be another century from now? This fragile balance of harmony paves the road to survive. The gathering veils of apathy, imagining worlds, imagining worlds, imagining worlds, imagining worlds, oh, imagining worlds, imagining worlds of peace. Imagining worlds of peace. That's what I'm hoping for. A peaceful planet, a healthy planet. This song took place. I wrote this song after an incident at the Woodwalk concert series, which is a concert series that I run up here in Door County. Usually every Friday night all summer long we have concerts at the Woodwalk Gallery and Events Barn in Egg Harbor. But this year we didn't do it because we're trying to keep everybody safe and be smart. So one night when a fellow was playing on stage, because I bring in musicians from all over the place and then I do some singing myself. But one night this guy was singing away and something fell from the roof of the barn. And I figured it was a bat because we always have some bats swooping around during the concerts, way up high. They don't bother people. But I went up there to get it, and it was not a bat. It was a hummingbird, a little hummingbird. It must have gotten stuck in the barn and couldn't get enough fuel, and it just fell. I was so sad. I picked it up in my hand, and it felt like I didn't even have anything in my hand. It was so tiny and so light. So I took it outside and put it in a flower pot, and was kind of meditating over it while I was listening to the singer in the barn. And then something happened, and so I wrote a song about it. It has a happy ending, so don't worry. Don't want you to be worried. We're worried about enough stuff right now. Dreams of falling, oh. Dreams of falling, oh. And I saw you fall down from so high, oh. Your emerald wings failed to capture sky, oh. Your ruby throat exquisite where you lie. I hold my breath and hope you'll fly. Oh, fly. Weightless ruby throated sigh, oh. Weightless ruby throated sigh, oh. This tiny bird releases all my tears, oh. Bringing back all of the broken years, oh. Welling up like rivers, your heart beats against my fingers with a fear of loss that lingers. I hold my breath and hope you'll fly. Oh, fly. And I dreamed that I was falling through the clouds, the fields like corduroy below. Oh. And everyone dreams of falling, and who will catch us? Who will know? Will we wake up to find the ground rising to break our bones? To break our bones, oh, to break our bones, oh. I wonder if I'll ever, oh. I wonder if I'll ever, oh. Loose these tightened tethers that make me live so slow. Sleep dreamless together with a heart that knows, oh. Your eyes are black but full of light. Wake up and see the twilight. Tiny feathers start moving the air, and in a second you're just not there. You're just an emerald in the evening sky. of sky. Dreams of falling, oh. That's the true story of a little hummingbird that did wake up and fly away in the end. Just suddenly flew away so fast that I couldn't even believe it had ever been there. I was like, what? I guess it's okay. Well, I think I will sing this song. This song is called Meltdown. You'll know what it's about. I drew a line marking the sea, wondering when the water will overcome me. In the South Pacific, on an island I thrive, but as sea levels rise, the water, my home, won't survive. I live with my family surrounded by sea. An ocean of turquoise lives deep inside me. I grew up dancing in the waves' salty lace, on coral's bright bones. The water, my home, will erase, and the oceans keep rising higher and higher, and the world does not care or has lost its desire to think about we who'll be swallowed by sea. Well, what about us? And what about me? And the polar ice melts, Greenlands turn into rivers, winds swirl in the heat, and the Gulf Stream shivers. So few believe, so few are inspired to stop the tides reaching higher, and higher. Keep rising higher and higher, and the world does not care or has lost its desire to think about we who'll be swallowed by sea. Well, what about us? And what about me? Well, I read there's a place where the northern lights shimmer, that's losing its race to keep its cold winter. And the great glaciers calving and swelling the sea Who knew the Arctic would melt down on me? And the salt in my tears and the salt in the sea are flooding my face and this house around me. I weep as the trees that have fed us turn brown, and I can't leave my parents, but I'm so scared to drown, 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 drown. I'm so scared to drown. That's called Meltdown. And I wrote that song after hearing a woman from the islands out in the Pacific do a slam poetry piece about losing her home. I have one more song for you. It's 2:27. And I sure hope this came through to you and that you're all doing well today. It's been a real honor to sing for the library. I love libraries. I live right next door to a library. I do. When I look up my window, I see the library and all the people going in and coming out. And so I leave you with a song I wrote about water. We had a year where we just dedicated the whole county to water, learning about water, how to save our water, how to keep our water pristine, how to clean up the water that isn't. We have a lot of issues with that up here because Door County is sitting on a karst formation, which is a kind of rock that's like Swiss cheese. It has little holes in it. So when water from the top or anything from the top goes down, it goes to the whole peninsula through all this little network. So we're all affecting each other every day. So, but it's a happy song about water. I've always lived near water. I love Lake Michigan. I love Lake Superior. I love the oceans. You guys be well. Thank you, Cecilia, for finding me. Oh, carry me on your beautiful waves. Oh, rock me on the blue. Oh, carry me on your surface for days. Oh, rock me on the blue. Hold me close on the motion of your receding silver. I feel the steady rhythm that beats in the heart of the earth. Oh, carry me. Can't you see I need a rest from the gravity of it all? Oh, carry me on your marble waters. Oh, rock me on the blue. Oh, carry me with your turbulent daughters. Oh, rock on the blue. Tearful eyes will see me through this stampeding river. I'm just one of the souls forever reaching for peace. Oh, carry me, 'cause can't you see I'm needing a rest from the gravity of it all. Oh, carry me just a little while longer. Oh, rock me on the blue. Oh, carry me until I am much stronger. Oh, rock me on the blue. Starlight dreams reaching out to those who falter, sinking not into the depths, but finding the strength of the sea. Can't you see? Oh, carry me, carry me, carry me. Oh, carry me. Thank you so much for having me today. It is 2:33. Sorry I went over a few minutes. And I hope you're all doing great and have a wonderful rest of the day. I know up here it's a beautiful day, and I hope it is down in your area also. So be well, and until I see you next time, this is Jeanne Kuhns up in Door County. Thank you, Niles, Maine Public Library. Okay, now I have to figure out how to turn this off. So I think I go here.